for this. I got a feeling that the drywall I bought today isn't going to be very good when I get to the house. Well, as you can see, we have our work clothes on. We were all set to go today when we got off our regular jobs. And I got a call from work and I had to jump on a project and help out. So tonight's kind of a wash. We figured we would talk about what we're getting ready to do with the house.
We're in the middle of plumbing.
We've put about 300 feet of half-inch PEX out already. Obviously, we've used 200 feet of the 3/4-inch PEX because we had to get from one side of the house to the other. We've got to put the line from the well into the house. Had some discussion on where I'm supposed to implement the frost-free hydrants for the yard. And talking that issue around with some different people. Everything I've ever seen, you put it in line with the line from the well, and I've got some people telling me that that's probably a, we'll just call it a country solution. That's a cheaper solution, but it's being recommended that I run a line back from the pressure tank to those locations. And I'll have to check it out and see what code is. Inside the house, we've got everything for the master bath shower is done. The master bath vanity, still got the tub and toilet to hook up. Those lines are going to be run this weekend.
And what this means to me is I got to pick out the faucets and all the features for plumbing. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. What it means for me is that I've got to figure out where it all goes, make sure I've got the measurements right.
Oh, and he picked out the rain shower.
She thought that was kind of girly. She wants the one with the high pressure that tears your skin off. And
but no, he picked the rain shower one.
We're putting 2 shower heads in the shower because if we usually take a shower at the same time, and which means I don't get any water.
That's so not true. That's
totally true.
That is so not true.
So
I duck over to the side.
I get a little bit of water, and then I stand there. And it's almost like being in the service again. Like you parade through and you get a little bit of water.
It's not that bad.
You stand to the side.
It's not that bad.
So,
you scrub up and then you go back under the shower head. It is not that bad. I've been there too. It's not that bad.
What I was planning to do tonight is line the inside of the mechanical room with OSB because I've got to have the ability to mount all the different pipes and manifolds that are going to be connecting the 3/4-inch lines to the half-inch lines that go out. It's not really a home run design. Home run means everything has its own water supply and it all comes back to a central location. I've got a couple spots where those lines are coming back to a centralized location, and I'm going to have some shut-off valves there so I can control each section of the house. If I get a leak in the bathroom, I can shut that off, and then the other bathrooms are still available to use. And if I get a leak in the kitchen, I can shut that down, and while I'm repairing that, the rest of the plumbing in the house still works.
That'd be nice.
So, like if we had to, we could always cook on the grill and still have water access and everything else we needed to take care of stuff. So you never know when you get a major issue in the kitchen. So.
We've had it.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
We went through how many sinks with these kids?
3 sinks.
3 sinks.
Yeah.
They just broke them in various ways.
If you take a big cast iron Dutch oven and you cast it into a granite sink
while you're washing dishes.
Yes, yeah, it breaks.
Yeah.
Rage washing, I think, is probably more likely.
Someone's not having a good time.
Yeah. So I have ordered the service box for the laundry. There is a national shortage of opener parts, which is why you'll see me that I'm using some Shark Bite PEX A parts. Everything we're doing is PEX A, so it's all expansion fittings. And as I said, there's a national shortage of the opener products. I wanted to go everything soup to nuts opener as far as the plumbing goes, but I couldn't get 3/4-inch pipe. The only opener I can find is clear. I was going to use blue and red all throughout, so if you came across pipe, you knew exactly whether it was cold or hot just by the look of it. I'm going to have to label everything. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I just thought it would be easier to use the blue and the red. It's just not available. That's where we are right now.
Anyway, it feels really exciting because we're moving forward, and I can see the end. Like, I can see us moving in soon. Pretty soon. I think I've said that a few times.
Yeah, I've said that too many times. When we're out there right now, in Virginia, this time of year, this is the beginning of August. It's hot, it's humid, things are growing like crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like a jungle. And the forest is reclaiming as much as it possibly can. And I don't have time to fight it. So I'm focusing completely on the house right now. And we've just got to get to the point where we live there, and then we can start focusing on everything else. And a lot of people have said, they've made some comments, what's going on with this piece of land. They'll see some drone footage, and they're wondering what's going on with that piece of land. Why does it look, some of it might look barren, and it's just...
Some is overgrown.
It's definitely overgrown.
It's just not managed right now, and we just can't. So
yeah, we're two people, and there's no time. And we have full-time jobs, and... she probably puts in about 50 hours a week on her job, and sporadically I'm putting in 50 hours a week on my job. I mean, sometimes more, sometimes less. It just depends on what goes on. That's just an update on where we are tonight. We'll throw this in with some of the work that gets done this weekend, and bit by bit, we're going to get there.
Yep.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you go.
Good night.
Today is about the first rainy day we've had in a while. It didn't rain a lot, but it rained a little bit. We desperately need it. We've been drier than usual. Don't want to call it a drought yet, but it's pretty dry. The trees are stressed out a little bit. Savannah's worried about the trees that she's got planted up here. I'm bringing her some water so she can take care of her plants. When we finally get up here, we're living here, we're going to connect the gutters to some large tanks so that we can capture the rainwater that comes off and use that to water anything in the yard that we want to water. Give me a substrate to be able to fix these two. Now, we were going to go get some drywall this morning, 2 sheets of drywall. We figured we'd do it. However, it was raining this morning, so we're either going to pick those up tonight and bring them back here, or we're going to do it in the morning. But we got 2 pieces of drywall we got to put on up here before we can start actually organizing the lines to provide the water supply. When you get in here and you start putting this up, this room becomes very dark. So, looking forward to when we have lights. I think I am going to put some OSB on this wall and just go ahead and finish the job. As long as we're doing it, we might as well do it. Actually, I have to put it with this studs. It's not like a general control sort of thing. It has to be lined up with the stud, or there's no point doing it.
Come on, you just do it in the middle of the tape
Yeah.
and you'll get it.
No, I won't, because that tape wasn't even on the stud.
It was on the stud. It was close enough, but you hit the middle.
Get a good shop light on the top. But
Good morning. So getting ready to go for a run. It's gorgeous out here. This is like my favorite time of the day. David hates mornings, so usually I put a cup of coffee by his bed and I'll come back and find him studying or researching some part of the house. But this morning I'm just gonna run for a bit with Apollo because he likes the morning too. Hello! You're all wet. You're wet. Good morning. So, Paul and I are out here, and I'm trying to have an attitude adjustment. We haven't been working out enough, and it shows on how I feel. This is my time. I love it out here. This and when the sun is going down is my favorite time. But someone asked me the other day, the hated question, when are you going to be done with your house? And that always puts me in a bad mood because the timeline of it, you know, most people think of a house being built in a year or less, and that's just not us. That's not happening. We've set different goals and we've broken all of them. So I stopped trying to set that goal of when the move-in date is, because I'm really thankful for our jobs that let us do this. It's still a struggle. We have to budget everything, and sometimes budgeting is broken, but we got the floors done and they're magnificent, and instead of feeling this accomplishment, I let something get to me that shouldn't. And it's amazing to be able to build something with someone you love. It's an amazing process. So I just want to enjoy that. I just want to take away from this time in my life and realize we were able to do this and be thankful for that, instead of saying it didn't happen the way I wanted it to. So thanks for being here. I'm gonna go shower, get ready for the rest of my day. See you later.
for this tiny little amount of almost nothing and a bunch of PEX fittings, we had to drive into the valley, get caught in about an hour-long traffic jam, go to the first store and find out they don't carry PEX A, get over here to Stanton so that we could pick up what we need.
Paula's thrilled.
This car is loaded up like we live in it right now.
Grumble.
The one thing I hate is unexpected weather. I got a feeling that the drywall I bought today isn't going to be very good when I get to the house. Up in the mountains, the weather changes on a dime.
How much is that drywall?
$100.
Oh.
I did get the purple board though. It's, you know, supposed to do better with mildew and moisture.
We drove straight up here as fast as we could. The board that's still on here that had another on top of it is fairly dry. We've got this one right here. I'd set it out in the sun to dry, but unfortunately the rain has followed us and it's gonna start raining on us. So I'm gonna cut these pieces, the first ones that I know need to be cut, get them inside the house so we can nail them in. The only thing I can do is just, I guess I can work fast if I'm lucky. Well, it threatened to rain the whole time we were out here. Sprinkled a little bit, it didn't really come down. I saw the battery went dead. I didn't have time to turn it back on. All that drywall I had on there is used up except for that and that piece right there. Now I didn't get near what I wanted done for the day, but obviously I've got to rearrange this. I was just putting it back up quickly. I went ahead and got all of this purple drywall board up in the whole room. So I got to come back in here, mud it and paint it. That'll keep me busy for my after work hours this week. And once I complete that, I have an absolute crap ton of PEX and PEX fittings and such to put up, but I think I've got everything that I need. Well, my day just absolutely did not go according to plan. Had to go to 2 stores to get what I need. If we hadn't gotten stuck in traffic and we didn't have to go to 2 stores, we would have beat that storm back, wouldn't have got caught on the mountain in the rain. When we got back here, fortunately, it seemed like only one sheet really took the brunt of that storm. So we set it out in the sun to dry while we put the others up. I don't know how much it absorbed and I don't know how much it dried, but we put everything up that we had, got the room done. We're gonna move on. Sometimes you just gotta push and accept the fact that you are not gonna get everything you want done. Everything out here, even though it's very dry right now, everything out here is growing. I have so much out there that I need to be tending to take care of my place. And I've got so much here that I need to do to get this place finished. There's just not enough of us to go around.
Thanks for joining us today. It means a lot because we know you didn't have to. We hope we gave you an honest glimpse of what it's like to try and balance life, jobs, and building your home. Come on back and check us out again at Breakheart Orchard. We'll be here.
They're big tanks, and it's usually 2 of them. Yeah, you also have to have your pressure tank.
And then first it goes out.
No, get out of my room. God, you drive me crazy. Oh my God. Everything in the orchard is kind of stretched. Whoa, I'm talking to the camera. I'm gonna drive off the bridge here.